Hey YouTube, my name is Steph and I'm here with Artform, yes, once again. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than we've ever actually done. And we're going to be doing my favorite things. Yes, my favorite things. I've been wanting to do this for a little while, and I've been wanting to share with you what my favorite things are of 2019 and 2018 and 17, because I've never done one of these before. So they will encapsulate a couple of years, and yes, there's going to be some honorable mentions because I can't fit them all in, but I'll try and kind of hit a whole spectrum of range of prices, so it's not just really expensive stuff. Starting with these are Skullcandy headsets. Now my wife went to New York Fashion Week one of the years, and she knew that I like Skullcandy in terms of the feeling inside the ears and how they fit inside my ears. I can wear them for like 8 hours a day. There's literally no other headset or headphones that can do that for me. Skullcandy is the only one that I can wear for a long periods of time. So she knew about that, but I thought these things were just so ridiculous. Like, why would I ever wear this? But it turned out that it gets really out of the way. It doesn't tug on any, earbud or anything like that where it pulls out of your ears. I can use them all day long at work, and they last all 8 hours. And so these ones I actually literally use pretty much every day at work. I charge them in my truck, and I use them almost just about every single day as earplugs and to be able to play music. What is kind of cool about it is that with Apple TV, it does use Bluetooth, so I can very easily do dishes, or I can watch a movie while my daughter is asleep, and I can use it while watching Netflix. So I literally use these for everything. It's about 50 bucks. They go around 50 bucks, and whenever they do break, because they do, I'm on my second or third pair now, Skullcandy will replace them. So that's really cool. Off to the next item. Next item on the list is my Corsair keyboard and mouse. Why I put these on here and not my laptop, you say? Because I love my laptop, and my wife knows that I really love my Alienware laptop, and it's an honorable mention. But I did want to mention something a little bit cheaper. These are my basically gaming mouse and keyboard. This is the K63. It's a fantastic keyboard. Corsair makes the finest stuff. I would never pretty much game without it. It is, I just love it so much. I got the K63, which means that it's the shorter version. There's no keypad, numpad on the side here. And that makes it for my hands to be a little bit close together while I game. And honestly, I love the feeling of them. And I don't think I play a lot of Dota 2. And so when I do play with them, I do like having my hands a little bit closer together, as well as the Moba mouse, the Corsair Moba mouse. I don't know if there's any other name for it, but I do love having all the numbers on to the side here, and when it's all lit up, it just looks ridiculously awesome, as well as the fact that there's a lot of weight to this mouse, and the fact that you can move this numpad forward or back and adjust them to where it sits comfortably with your thumb. There's a little bit of getting used to, because I'm not used to this style at all. I'm used to the flatter mouse style, but the Corsair, just build quality, weight, durability, that whole thing, you cannot beat them. Corsair, you cannot beat them. Now, price-wise, I'm not sure exactly what they go for nowadays, but I know that both these were definitely over $100 a piece. So this was running around at around $100. I don't know if it's 110 or something like that Canadian. And then this Corsair, this would be like 150 or somewhere around there. But I would say I can't even go without. On my Alienware laptop, I do have the numpad on the side, and maybe I'll do that for another day. And I do like the feeling of the typing as well. Absolutely totally different than this keyboard right here, but they are for two completely different applications. This is purely strictly for gaming. I would never use this in an office setting. These numbers being extremely sensitive would drive me nuts. So that's what it is for item number 2. I guess I put them together because they kind of stick together, the Corsair K63 as well as the Corsair Moba mouse. If you're looking for a set of keyboard and mouse, this is definitely the one to look into. Off to the next item. Next item on the list is one that I love very, very much, and it is my DJI Osmo Mobile. Now, I know that this is probably a couple years old now, and I'll share with you why I didn't just go with the regular Osmo. But the Osmo Mobile is fan-freaking-tastic. We travel a lot, my wife and I, and so when I bring the Osmo Mobile, to be able to get some clear, clean, smooth shots, I'll maybe show you some shots up here. It is so fantastic to be able to just pull this out, to be super discreet, not have a giant massive rig, and to be able to just get these smooth shots really, really fast. Here, I'll connect my phone onto the item, and we're gonna see when I have this in my backpack. I have my backpack locked up, and I usually have a totally separate camera, phone, I guess an iPhone, a totally separate iPhone, connected to this. It's connected to my main cell phone, but I want to be able to fill it up with, not fill up my phone with a whole bunch of videos. But you see, instantly, as I turned it on, it's basically you turn on your camera as quickly as you can. In that same amount of time, you turn it on, it'll self-adjust, boom, you're good to go. And so pulling this out, in, whether we were in a jungle or down the streets of wherever, Italy, Spain, wherever we were, Hawaii, it was so easy to be able to engage with this and just be able to do follow shots, glide shots, anytime, anywhere, super, super fast. Why I got the DJI Osmo Mobile is because I'm not limited to the crappy quality of the video camera. As I get new iPhones, they fit. Even bigger iPhones will be able to fit in here as well. And as I upgrade to the 10, the 11, whatever the case may be, the next latest and greatest phones, I believe phones will catapult beyond the cameras that you will be able to get on these Osmos. And so that's why I got the Osmo Mobile, because I can keep upgrading my camera and this thing will not go out of date anytime soon. The Osmo Mobile is definitely the way to go. It is definitely one of my #1 favorite things. Now, an honorable mention to this would be the DJI Spark, which I love. Maybe I'll show you in a different video. But because I love that thing so much, but because we are in Canada and we just got massively strict rules on what we're able to do with drones, it just kind of went for me for the next little bit until I get a drone license and I'm able to engage with it again. That's why the Osmo Mobile is just the sweet thing that it is. Next item. The next item on the list is this bow. Now, if you know me, you know I love archery, and I've been doing archery ever since I was a little kid. Now, I have not almost any time done any compound or anything with sights. I've only ever done traditional archery, and if you know me, I love traditional archery. I've shot a longbow for many years. Well, now I didn't string this bow because I thought it was maybe just easier to see, but this bow is unbelievable. It's a bow made by Abe Penner from Cari-bow, and the detailed work on here is unfreaking believable. But not just because of that. His craftsmanship is unprecedented. But what I do want to say, now these bows run, they can run anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to $3,000, $4,000. This one cost me about $1,200 all said and done, and it is a perfect piece of craft. Now, I say that because if you've shot bows for any length of time, you know that there's a couple criterias that come with these. This is a hybrid longbow, not a recurve and not a longbow, but it's just a hybrid between the two. The efficiency in this bow is unbelievable. One of the biggest problems with archery, in my opinion, in every aspect of archery is the amount of vibration that comes up, roaring up your arm when you release an arrow. This has zero shock. When you let go of the arrow, you cannot even believe how there is nothing. Your arm can't even tell that you released the arrow. There is zero shock up the arm. I don't know how he does it, but it is a beautiful thing. And number two is there is zero stack. Now what happens in archery is that when you have, it's very light, very light, very light, very light, and very near the end of your draw length, right at the end, that's where all of it stacks up and it gets really hard to pull right at the end, all the way at the end. There's no pressure release. But the way that these are designed is that a lot of the pressure comes very early, and therefore from, as soon as your hand starts separating, even from here all the way to the end, there's no stacking involved. And if you're in the archery world, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this bow has zero stack. It is an absolute piece of artwork that I love to shoot, and I will take it to my grave. Not literally, but this bow will never be sold. It would only be passed down. But I did want to share this beautiful piece of artwork with you. Off to the next item. I think we're going to cap it here as the final item. And of course, you guessed it, I've been waiting since April for this item. And I didn't want to show these items until I got to put them into practice. Just like the bow and just like the Onewheel. You see some dings and scratches, and it's not quite perfect and all that good stuff, because I did want to give an actual review on what I thought about these. If I would have given you this review right off the box after the first ride, it would probably not be nearly as fun as it is now. So this, of course, is my pride and joy. I think I go almost every night that I can. I go one-wheeling, and this, if you don't know what it is a Onewheel Pint, and it runs for $950 US, which is about $1,200 Canadian, hence about the same amount as the bow. I got both these items this year, and this thing is rocking. I did want to say my honest opinion on here, and it's the fact that it is unbelievable. This thing is unfreaking believable. I love the feeling of it. Now, people ask me all the time, what does it feel most similar to? Why is the Onewheel, why is it the way that it is, and what does it feel like? See, I've done a lot of snowboarding as a kid, and this thing brought flooding memories of me snowboarding, and I love that sensation so much of the carving that would happen while you're going at it. This thing brings so much memories that I have to go back snowboarding this winter, just because that's kind of what this thing rekindled for me. Now, it's extremely easy to start. Excuse me. You just click this button, lights come on, and it's good to go. And it's ready to engage. Step on and go. And what I love about this with the Pint, a couple of the new features and that I use all the time actually, is the simple stop. So when you come and you roll in, you just roll back, and then it turns off and you can get off the Onewheel. Especially when it comes to teaching other people, this feature is just totally kick butt. But I must say that the Onewheel Pint, honestly, it's the best purchase I think I've ever made. It is so much fun, and people ask me, okay, how fast does it actually go? Like, what would it compare to? And I would say it compares to more of a cyclist. If you have a casual cyclist, you'll just crush them. You'll just go so much faster than them. But if they're booking it, it'll keep up. It goes 23, 24 kilometers per hour comfortably, but you can push it up to 27, 28, 29 if you're really pushing it. But that being said, when you're somebody, unless you have super smooth terrain, then maybe a longboard could sort of keep up with it. Maybe rollerbladers if they're really fast. But this thing is just, when you're cruising, man, you don't even think about it. And 20K is like, I drink my coffee while I ride these things. But it is so much fun These items are just so much fun. I recommend anybody doing it. Now, I wish I had more people up in Winnipeg here in Canada to be able to ride with me, but that's why I'm getting so many of my friends to try it out, because I'm trying to get them hooked. And so this item, I just cannot go without it. If you have any questions about this item, about the Onewheel, or any other items that I had in 2019, please give me a shout. I'd love to be able to answer them for you. But this has been the 2019 whatever wish list, whatever you want to call it, my favorite things for this year, and I don't think the Onewheel Pint will ever be off this list. Thanks so much for joining me here today, and we'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye. Before I go, on a previous video we made this, and I've added this decal down here ever since, and I added a clear coat on here. I just wanted to make sure you know that my pint actually fits, and it works brilliantly. I'm just going to show you how it works from the front. Put it on the little lip, and the tire sits on there, and it fits beautifully. So here I'll show you from the side profile. You know that drawing I showed you at the beginning? It actually worked. Other than that, peace out, guys.